Well, this is an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that. Thought exercise. Interesting situation. It looks like Mbappe is re-signing with Paris Saint-Germain for incredibly silly money that's got people all overexcited, upset, maybe happy if you're a Parisian inclination. And he's made demands. One of them is that they get rid of Neymar. So many questions to be answered here. Now, a discussion has initiated on football Twitter. He played under Tuchel. He said something like, I would go to war for Tuchel, or I would die for Tuchel, something of that effect. He likes Thomas Tuchel. And people are talking about Neymar to Chelsea. In theory, because we know Todd Boehly wants to make statement marquee signings. We're going to have a look at some numbers and talk about it here on the channel on today's video. Please do drop a like. It means a lot. Thank you for doing so, and consider subscribing if you're new. Please turn the bell on if you subscribe. Look, man. So let's talk about this. Sorry, there's like sun on my face there. You're just going to have to deal with that. I thought Mbappe and Neymar were really good mates, firstly. So this shows you off the bat how out of touch I am. I thought they were really good friends. Like, they hang out and go to parties together in Paris. They seem to have a good relationship on the pitch. But Fabrizio is here we go, him signing this new ridiculous extension at PSG, which, by the way, is so distasteful in the sense of it's going to cost him like 200 million for 2 years of a player that they already own, and then he's probably going to go for a free anyway to Real Madrid eventually. Where's the integrity in football? I know this is coming from a Chelsea fan after the whole 2004 transfer window, but we've moved far from that. We've got financial fair play now. I mean, what is this, man? Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. He's made several demands. He wants to sign Ousmane Dembele, of course, his French teammate. He wants them to get him from Barcelona on a free transfer. He probably knows that you can't have both Neymar and Ousmane. So he's probably like, bring him to play here. He's a Parisian boy. He might even... Is he from the PSG Academy? I know he's a Parisian boy, I think. He's mates with him, so he's like, replace Neymar with this guy. He's 5 years younger than Neymar. Neymar, of course, is 30. Yes, I'm going to give you my opinion on Neymar in just a moment. So, apparently that's his demand. The fact how this kid's making these demands is just wild. Maybe I'm a boomer. So he's got some requests for PSG, silly money, try and sign Ousmane Dembele, get rid of Neymar by doing so. Off the bat, we quite wanted Ousmane Dembele, didn't we? But he was always heavily being linked to PSG, and if this isn't a Kylian Mbappe demand, despite the connection Ousmane had with Thomas Tuchel, I think he'll probably go to PSG. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you about my opinion about Neymar in a bit, but what we do know is Neymar Jr. and Thomas Tuchel had a great relationship. Have a look at these numbers. Under Thomas Tuchel at PSG in 2 seasons, in 67 games, he scored 51 goals and registered 32 assists. So that is 83 goal involvements in 67 games, ladies and gentlemen. That, quite frankly, I don't care if it's in a Farmers League. Because, you know, Mbappe's playing in a Farmers League and Real Madrid want him, etc., etc. That, quite frankly, is an insane return, baby. But yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jan, that's all well and good, mate, but what are his stats now? Well, let's take a little look. Maybe not that small. So this is a scouting report for the last 365 days on FB Ref, of course, compared to other attacking midfielders and wingers. So I've looked at his best attributes here on the scouting report, and this is what he's doing lately. He's basically been very passing and creative, which might work for us if we have runners like Lukaku, Werner, or Pulisic, or Havertz, or new striker, or Armando Broja. So he's in the top 1% for passes completed, passes attempted, progressive passes, through balls, passes under pressure, which is actually really, really good, because that's across the whole of Europe. The pressing in France won't be as hardcore as the Premier League, but that's still pretty darn good. Passes attempted, right, passes attempted, other, so maybe both feet. I don't know if maybe that weak foot is the top 1%. Shot creating actions, 5.6 per 90, which is leaving him in the top 1%. And then let's look, man, all these carries as well, passes received. He sees a lot of the ball, basically. That's why he does so much passing. Passes into the final third, top 2% in Europe for his position. Absolutely insane live. But look, you can see it there, guys, on the screen. You probably have to full screen this if you're watching it on like a mobile device or something. But you can see, incredible. You know, the fact how he's still in the top 6% for non-penalty goals plus assists. Top 5% for key passes, but the big chances created is astronomical even still now. So, lots of you guys will have seen the title and maybe thumbnail, depending on what I do, thinking, Neymar, F off, Jan. I don't even want to entertain this. And of course, this is not really a Chelsea news video. I'm not reacting to any news. But if Mbappe has made this demand to PSG, get rid of Neymar, bring in Ousmane Dembele, who's going to buy Neymar? Maybe Barcelona will buy him back to replace Ousmane Dembele. Would he want to go back to Barcelona? He said, I would die for Thomas Tuchel or something. We know he's got a really good relationship with Thomas Tuchel. So naturally, Chelsea needing to make a statement signing, Chelsea having Thomas Tuchel, maybe Neymar for sale. Now he's 30 years old. So, but what do we feel about 30 years old now? We were looking at Lewandowski as a statement signing. Lewandowski's going to be 34 next season. So 4 years older than Neymar, if you consider that. Does it have to be long term? He's still younger than Eden Hazard, like a year and a bit, or maybe Neymar. And we've spoken for a long time about needing someone, a superstar again. Like, we critiqued for a long time having Hazard as relying on this superstar when you just have to, we wanted to be more systemic, like, Man City, when Guardiola started winning titles in the Premier League, and we had Hazard, and he was winning us cups, and he was winning loads of man of the matches, but we were like, is this really the way to go? And I don't want to say we've regressed since Hazard, but we certainly, because we won the Champions League, of course. But there is an element of, maybe we could have that superstar of something a little bit different. If we're going to have a Thomas Tuchel defensive structure, in terms of not conceding chances, then you think, okay, well then maybe you need someone like that who can just sort of cook and do their own thing. And there they are together. And of course, those stats are insane. Just 83 involvements in 67 games. That is that's crazy. You don't need me to tell you that's crazy, even if that is in Ligue 1. He does flop about and dive a lot, or certainly he did in his late teens, 20s. Has he grown out of that a little bit, that petulance? I don't know. You'll have to tell me if you've watched a bit more of him. The only reason why I'm kind of compelled by this is because it's Neymar. Firstly, it's gonna be exciting, and he had a really good relationship and an explosive, return under him at PSG. One thing we've talked about many times on this channel is getting a player that Thomas Tuchel wants, and you know what? The argument that we've applied to Ousmane Dembele over and over and over, it's Tuchel's player. He played really well under Tuchel. It's finally giving Thomas Tuchel a target that he wants, not being presented the opportunity to sign Lukaku because he's the only elite striker available. But no, this guy is available. You've coached him before. You've got the best out of him before. Do you want him? Do you know what I mean? And so, we've got players that can speak Spanish to him, whether it's, both our Spanish fullbacks are going, but, Kovacic or whatever. He speak French, he speak Portuguese, he speaks French, so different he could communicate. I don't know, man, I am kind of on the fence. Of course I'll be excited if Chelsea Football Club sign Neymar. It's not 34-year-old Neymar, it's a 30-year-old Neymar. Even if it's just for a couple of seasons of high level, you'd have to think it would have to be financially viable. There would be a transfer fee, If they're signing Ousmane Dembele for free, whatever the signing on fee is, that's what they should charge to get rid of Neymar or something. Because who else is going to buy him? Maybe Barcelona would buy him. But what other top team? You don't think he's going to go to Juventus? I think Tuchel would give Chelsea an edge. Should we go in for him? And should we want him? Super interesting though. It's worth a conversation. I 100% get both arguments. If you say absolutely not, I don't want the the theatre and drama of it, and he's going to be a lot of money and he's not young anymore. 100% understand. But at the same time, I'd completely understand if you went, dude, it's Neymar, dude. Tuchel loves him and got the best out of him. He's our manager. He could be his player. That could be his request. And he, in terms of his profile and his player style, he could be that player to pick up the ball and do something a little bit different and a little bit special. But let me know what you think. Wild concept. So comment down below. I really look forward to reading these comments from you guys to get the fan opinion. And we'll follow all transfer stories on here. So make sure you keep it locked with the bell turned on, baby. See you soon. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't.